Has Bitcoin finished its move? This is the today's question. Let's have a look and find out. An overall look at the market will show us that, as expected, we are in the red, but we do see signs of recovery across some projects. And mainly, we can see that the best out of this are doing actually the metaverse and the gaming coins. The metaverse and the gaming platform. Like we can see Gala, Sand, Mana, and DeFi as well, of course, with AVAX and the CRV. They did not have such a big increase, but we can see that Gala and Sand actually are doing pretty nice. And I will have a look at Sand after we analyze Bitcoin and Ethereum today, because it's not so much else we can do. Before Bitcoin settles on a trajectory, it's difficult to do anything else. On the daily chart, we see that yesterday's candle was closed a bit above 60k after it came and touched, like, so beautiful these lines work, right? Look here, it did not touch exactly, but it was very, very close, right? If we look at this wick of this candle, I bet it touches exactly right there. Yeah, it's amazing how this works. So this is no financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. My feeling, my gut feeling tells me that Bitcoin has not finished its move to the downside. We can see that we started the day with another red candle, but after a push down, looks like it's recovering, and it is still possible to turn this into green one. We can see that we did not have more than two big red candles before. Like, look here, we have two, and after that we turn the green one. Here, two, and again. Here we can see, but there are more of them smaller ones, right? And in this case, we have two big ones. So there could be a chance that today it will bounce back, something like in this case or in this case. So this is in the cards. For me, 53k port level, it's still in the cards. But at the same time, another possibility for this is to go sideways for a bit and consolidate in this area, because this is actually a nice support area. We used this as support before, right? So it could work also that way and maybe make a base here. That's also an option. Looking at the 4-hour chart, we can see that actually the RSI was pretty low and now it's heading back up. Now it remains to be seen if it's going to get rejected by the EMA, or if it manages to pierce through and do something like in this area right here. That would be, of course, preferable, but we will see. Now something else I would like to see for positive signs, it would be to see a 4-hour candles closed above the 10 EMA, right? That would be the first positive sign. And after that, to try to consolidate in that area and gain the 21 EMA and so on afterwards, right? But this is still a critical zone. When I woke up, it was under 59k, and I've been seeing this development since then. So it doesn't mean, like, when I say that it still might go back to 52k area, doesn't need to go today. Like it could definitely do something like I showed you on the daily chart here, like something like this, right? But at the same time, now it touched the 55 EMA, which is a very, very good bounce back moving average. So that could also be very bullish. But we can see on the daily chart, actually, the MACD, the posture of MACD, I don't like it at all. Like, it's going like it's just straight up falling, you see? And this happens in these situations when it comes back and gets rejected, like here and here, right? And what happened here, we see that we went down to the zero zone, and after that tried to bounce back and then went even lower. That doesn't mean that needs to repeat exactly in the same way. We see this, it was a more aggressive drop. Like, we see the size of the histograms, the bars in the histograms are higher, and the difference between them is quite high compared to here previously, right? So from a daily perspective, I would still expect for the MACD maybe to come closer to the zero zone, but it can also very nicely curve back up. That's also an option. But here we will see what the RSI is going to do with the EMA, right? We see it got rejected here. So this is a very choppy action right here. I don't like this. When you see this, this is not good for the price action. We can see here a rejection here. This is the second one. This is the third rejection. It had an attempt here, but it ended up going back, and now it got rejected again, right? So we want to see it piercing through this, and after that using it as support. Then I will start looking differently at it. Something like this. I want to see this, right? And then I will be bullish again. But until then, like I said, the daily for the short term maybe is not the best chart to look at, but personally, like this is my plan. Like Bitcoin could just do from here, could just jump up and go straight to 80,000 bucks. That's a possibility, but it's not the highest one in my book. And because I feel myself, I am too exposed to the market right now. So what I'm expecting, even if Bitcoin will go and test the 52, 53,000 area, or go here to this to meet the next moving average, which is the 100 exponential moving average, or close to this support area 52k. So I would expect actually for Bitcoin to fake out this, and after that to go here, and maybe after that to try to build back up again, and after that to go like it did here. For me, this is like 30-35% chance for that happening in the next few days or the next week. So I will try to get out from some coins when it bounces back. I hope it will bounce back close to the 63 mark or something like that. Yeah, 63k mark. And I will try to get out from some to reduce my exposure, because most probably I will be able to buy cheaper. And if it goes up, then no problem, because I still have a lot of exposure. Like I'm not thinking to sell everything, of course. I'm just thinking to sell somewhere between 30 and 50% of some coins that I am in profits. Of course, I will not sell anything at a loss. This is my strategy, unless something crazy happens and I have a very, very good reason to believe that it's much better to sell then and buy later better, right? At better prices. That's with Bitcoin for now. We can see the good signs is the stochastic is down and curving up, and the RSI, like I said, it's very important. I will look very closely and see here if we manage to stay above the EMA. If that happens, then it will definitely push back, maybe to 62, 63k, and maybe even higher to 65k. And we will try to see if we get any higher lows and if we can build from there. But now going very, very into the nitty gritty right here in the 1 hourly chart, we can see that it's fighting with the 10 EMA. It closes one bar here, but it still made lower lows like here and here. We can see that the volume is decreasing, so that could lead to a ranging short while, and hopefully it will manage to climb above the 10 EMA and the 21 EMA first and stay above that. We can see it had 2 attempts. It got rejected here, and after that by the 21 EMA, and now it's again looks like it's getting rejected by the 10 EMA. But we can see as well that slope is not so steep anymore, and it's slowly going sideways. So that's about Bitcoin. Like I said, it's not very clear what is going to happen, and I will do whatever I can, whatever I think is best for my portfolio. That doesn't mean that is the best or the worst, but like I said, I would like just to reduce some of my exposure and be more conservative with my expected gains. Cool. Now, if we go and have a look at Ethereum, what is Ethereum doing? We can see Ethereum had an even more aggressive drop, but which is expected actually. We can see that Ethereum also came back to retest this area right here. I still have this trade from here, and I can sell at least at break even or at slight profit on a bounce back. But this move, like I said, this is the resolution has not been, it did not happen yet. We can see good signs for Ethereum is that, yeah, the stochastic is down on the daily chart, and yeah, it could make a bounce back. And now we see the RSI also went pretty abruptly back here, but we see that it's trying to climb back up. Most probably will get rejected again or not, we will see. But Ethereum can make also a base here in this area. This is a good support area for Ethereum as well. But looks like Ethereum this time doesn't want to do anything different than Bitcoin. So it's just following Bitcoin. So to know what Ethereum is going to do, we just need to look at Bitcoin. And I'm saying this because last time, not a long while ago, Ethereum was not following Bitcoin actually, and it was leading the market. And that is not happening right now. Right now, Ethereum is just emulating Bitcoin. All right, now let's have a quick look at Sand. And you can see the charts are quite similar. Big drop, came to touch 55 EMA, and yeah, building exactly the same way. Let's have a look at Sand now. Sandbox looks very good. Looks very good. Looks like it doesn't care what Bitcoin is doing. And this is a very strong sign. Yesterday actually closed the day chart above the previous all-time high, which is crazy good actually. So I would expect, I don't know if it's going to fly right now with everything happening Bitcoin related, but I would expect for this to have another leg up pretty soon, barred something crazy happens with the entire market. it should get to this area right here, close to 4.3 bucks and close to $6. Yeah, so something like here. I would guess it will charge up here in this area. If it keeps this slope, which is not something crazy, just have a look at this, right? This is a crazy pump, right? But here it's not. Here it's very steadily going up, right? So if we do a fractal like this and around like here, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So by the middle of the next week, it should come and test this area right here. Or maybe why not this week? Like if it prints a green candle, it can get there from in 2-3 days, right? So yeah, I'm still bullish on it. And actually I own some sand, but I don't have too much to be honest. It's a small stack of sand, but I will take some profits in this area. I will take maybe 50% of what I have out in this area, because I would expect for sand to correct at some point. I don't know, it could, like how this chart looks, like this actually is a very small target. We can see this is not a huge dip here. And it can charge maybe here in this area. Why not? It can reach maybe $10, right? But I would expect afterwards for a correction from this. And personally, I would like to cash in some profits and maybe buy when it's cheaper, maybe when it's getting in more friendly buy area. Like we see now, these candles are so far from the EMA. I don't like to chase glory, guys. So I never like to buy in projects in this area right here, even if I know a breakout is going to happen, only if it's just a scalping trade. But for a longer trade, I don't like to do that. So I like to buy either closer to the 10 EMA or 21 or between them, or other EMAs, of course, for longer term. So sand looks like is doing very nicely, and we can see here in the 4-hour chart as well, is charging back here. Looks like it got rejected again on the 4-hour chart. So we still need to see, yeah, it's fighting exactly right here. So I think if it closes a candle above this 4-hour chart, a green candle, I think it will charge up for the next profit target. Yeah, that's what it needs here. At the same time, it can also come back and touch the 10 or the 21 EMAs and after that go back, because now it's also possible that we see got rejected here, get rejected another time, and it can come back here in this area and bounce to the next profit area. Don't forget to smash that like button and see you around. Have a nice day.